Chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you. Hello, I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today, we'll be taking a look at Suede's new hour-by-hour series as he plays through the new Pokémon game.
So, with the latest Pokémon generation out, I'm guessing you guys are interested in my thoughts on it.
Would be nice.
I tried to do a stream/let's play of Legends Arceus, but as mentioned before, the constant talking took all the joy out of it, and I burned out after a handful of episodes.
My recommendation would be to get someone else in on the act. Hell, that's part of the reason why I bring in friends on live streams. Then it feels less like needing to constantly entertain your audience, and more like just hanging out.
The closest I can think of to this style is maybe the Spiffing Brit, but he doesn't review the whole game piecemeal like I'm planning to. I feel like this kind of review/playthrough hybrid isn't all that well represented in this admittedly oversaturated part of YouTube, so we'll see how it takes off.
Playing a game snippet by snippet, doing reviews until the whole game is covered. Someone ought to do that for Kingdom Hearts, plug. Why does everyone go for Violet? Where's the love for Scarlet?
Now, I didn't realize this until much later in my life, but I know that European releases of games often have a language select first thing, since the region has a lot of different countries that don't have English as the dominant language. Whereas in America, they don't, or have it in the options. Yes, New Zealand does in fact count as part of the European region, even though we are literally on the other side of the planet, because we also use the PAL format and it kind of stuck. So I'm curious as to whether the US version also starts off with the language select as well.
Can confirm it does. In fact, quite a few games do.
I do like that Spanish is right below English, since that's what the region is based on. That's a nice touch.
Honestly, at least for the US, I always figured it was because Spanish is the second most common language here after English.
Fine, I guess I'll be Senor Generico. What an absolute... Oh no.
Legit, it is a double-edged sword when the game gives you so many options.
Okay, so the character creator in Pokemon Violet is actually really good. Well played, Game Freak. Sure, you're still stuck with the same facial structure and the nose, etc. And would it kill him to put in some facial hair? Yes, I know I'm meant to be prepubescent, but fake goatees exist. I could just be a really, really weird kid. You know, just like I was in real life.
I mean, the South Park games have that for your prepubescent character, but then again, those are supposed to be over-the-top comedic.
We see the prestigious Uva Academy. Hey, if they have bespoke Pokeballs, would they be called Uva Balls? Because then I could use them to catch a crab brawler and... okay, this is getting way too niche.
Uva Ball. The film industry's Max Bialystock.
Then we meet the St. Peter to our Clamperley Gates, this time played by Andy Warhol, who's a little too proud of his collection of Premier Balls. They sell for like $1, dude. They aren't that special.
Actually, that makes me realize, why don't we have Pokeball belts/holsters as an outfit option?
He also looks like he might believe the world to be imperfect, but it's still too early to say.
I feel like if Clavel was a villain, it'd be because he canceled the school dance.
Before putting me in the point of view of a slightly drunk, purple hang glider snake robot motorcycle.
Actually, I think it's being controlled by Doc Brown.
Then we get our actual first Pokemon, Rotom, who lives in our phone and will never fight for us under any circumstances.
Yeah, even when they introduced that in Sun and Moon, I always thought that was lame.
So after taking the perfect profile pic and saying hello to the returning legend himself...
Clement?
Meeting our standard enthusiastic to a fault rival, as is now mandatory, and we're apparently in the same class despite her looking like 5 years old.
Oh buddy, just wait till you see some of the other students. Some of them look like they're in their 40s.
So now to decide on a nicknaming system and name my, wow, female starter. That's super rare for some weird reason.
Maybe it's so that you'll be less likely to breed them in the early game?
Let's go for La Margarita, Spanish for the daisy.
Me.
Ugh, I make jokes to cover for my hatred of the most needlessly unskippable tutorial in all of video games. Like, of course always have it available for the newcomers, but not once was there ever a, would you like me to go through all this nonsense again? And at this point it just seems rude, like they purposefully blocked the idea that someone might have played a Pokemon game before this one.
I mean, while the core of it is the same as ever, there is an element that would be new in the much more likely event of someone having skipped Legends Arceus.
But yes, hooray, we got a Lechonk. Apparently they're a bit of a foodie and give off an herb-like scent. Yes, I know you guys in the US hold back the age. I just never got why. With all the ridicule you guys put on France, it's just weird to me that you kept their pronunciation, both on this and garage, instead of garage like us Commonwealthers say. Remnants of the War of Independence, perhaps?
Personally, I chalk it up to America basically being a melting pot of cultures.
And hey look, I got some Lechonk here. If we're making curry again, I'm not looking forward to some of these recipes.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I catch a Scatterbug and a Hoppip. I'm not planning on making either of them a fixture of the team, which usually means no nickname, but since I do need a grass type and I admit I like Jumpluff, I decided the last second to name El Hoppo and let him aboard.
The reign of Babu continues.
Then there's Fletchling, which I'm aware is a competitive beast, but I'm sorry, none of the evolutionary line do it for me. They all look too boring. They are just bird.
Yes, because every other early game bird Pokemon is so unique.
And then this gen's Pikachu contender, Plummy, which I'd rate a solid A on the Pika-clone ranking, up there with Emolga.
The hell did Dedenne do to deserve F tier? Also, I know you didn't put my boy Minun in the E tier.
I also found out that you can change your party at any time too.
I'm guessing you didn't play Sword and Shield.
Oh no, I'm flipping through the floor!
Give it time.
But no, apparently a Bidoof lettuce and tomato sandwich is enough to knit the creature's metal bones back together.
Why Bidoof? I get that the B in BLT can't be bacon, even though there is ham in this world, but come on! You wouldn't hurt this poor little guy, would you?
Then we pick up a Trubgoose for the decks, as well as a Diglett, because Diglett are the best.
Really? I would have figured you hated the thing.
Trio.
But then we get ganked by an overleveled Houndoom, and Snakebite is all...
Processing. Analysis returns 1 crep to give.
That needs to be a meme.
And hey, we got Swift, always useful, and really, we're back to single use on TMs? That sucks.
Well, at least there is a reason for it.
And then, whoa!
Suede used Dig and it was super effective?
Oh, thank Giratina, praise the Distortion World.
Huh, so that's how people find religion.
Ooh, could this be the jerk rival?
You'd think. You have no idea how ready I was to hate this guy.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but I found it funny that Hoppip keeps using Splash, because in Japanese, Splash is called Hop, which makes way more sense.
Everything is so much clearer now. These are a fun way to look at the game, and I'm glad Suede found a way to do video game reviews that play to his strengths. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.